Hello, Smyrna First, and welcome to 2021. It's just unbelievable, crazy to say 2021. I was going to say we'll be signing our checks, but hardly anybody signs checks anymore. But welcome to 2021, and welcome to Smyrna First United Methodist Church. On behalf of the clergy and the staff, we want to say thank you for the tremendous faithfulness you showed in 2020, the tremendous patience that you showed with us as a congregation and as a community, as a staff and as clergy. And we just want to say thank you for that. And we want to tell you about a couple of things that are going to be happening here in 2021 as we move into the year. 2020 was a very tough year. We could spend all day long talking about that, but let's not do that. Let's just say it was a tough year. It was tough on many, many different reasons. And we know 2021 is going to be tough as well. And so as we have got our feet underneath us and we are looking forward now, one of the things that we had in all this was how difficult it was to go through it. And we don't want to go through this in 2021. We want to focus on growing through this, growing as a congregation, growing as individuals, growing as a staff, growing as a team, but most importantly, growing as disciples of Jesus Christ. And so the best way for us to do that is to recognize that 2020 in a lot of different ways was a lot of wandering. That we were wandering as a congregation, wandering as a community, wandering as a nation, wandering as a global family, as a global people, all of us affected by this pandemic. And so to keep us from wandering in 2021, we're going to focus on wonder. We're going to be focused on being people of wonder. We're going to come out of our wandering by being filled with the wonder of Jesus Christ. And so as we stand here in this sanctuary that has been changed and transformed over the past 15, 16 months, that we developed and designed and upgraded, if you will, in this space to be ready for you so that you could be filled with the wonder of God. And then pandemic hit. It's important that we move forward, that we continue to be looking for ways to be filled with that wonder of God. And so we're going to be moving forward as we walk through the Welcome Center, as we move through the Welcome Center, and you see us walking into this reality and experiencing that. One of the ways that we'll be focusing on wonder this year is on Epiphany Sunday. We'll be joining this week, this being Epiphany Sunday, we'll be joining this week with the wise men who come to the manger, who come looking for the Christ child, who come looking for the Messiah, who come looking for the star. But we'll gather this Epiphany and be focusing on ways of wonder. But you will watch me, because I will spend 52 weeks focused on wonder. And everything that I do this year, I'm going to be looking for where the wonder of God is. The wonder of God is. And so in sermons, I'm going to be traveling all over Georgia. I'm going to be traveling throughout the Southeast. I'm going to travel up to Baltimore to go to Lovely Lane Memorial Chapel, where the original Christmas conference was held, and show you that sanctuary. I will be showing you the wonder of God down in Belize. In the fall, with the Reverends Hatchell and Reverend Griffith and Kathy and my wife, we're going to be going to the Walk of Paul, and you'll be seeing the Walk of Paul and the wonder that's there. But we'll also be experiencing the wonder here with one another in Bible study and fellowship. Has there been anything more wondrous in all of Smyrna, in our community, than the ministry that's happened at Tillman House? How many times that Coach and I have looked at one another and experienced with one another that joy of saying, look at what God is doing. Ain't God good? Look at how God is moving and creating all of these opportunities for ministry. And in that faithfulness, and the wonder grew wonder, and the wonder grew wonder. Well, that's what we're committing ourselves to here in 2021. We're committing ourselves to experiencing that wonder. We're committing ourselves to looking for that wonder. And so today, you're going to be getting a link for this video. I'm also going to be sharing with you the ways of being able to follow me, to be a part of my Facebook page. I'm bringing it back. I'm coming back on the Facebook and showing you how I'm going to journey and travel through 2021 looking for wonder. And everything on that Facebook page will be that search of God's wonder in the community. And I'll have my Instagram going. You'll get videos just like this in email. It'll be part of worship. It'll be part of small groups. It'll be part of Bible studies. You'll be seeing it with Reverend Griffith and Reverend Hale and Reverend Davis. You'll be seeing it with staff. As we start to regather with our children's council, with our youth council, as we start to regather with these committees and with these ministries, we will be coming as we regather not simply on just how to gather and how to get back together. We'll be coming in search of and seeking that wonder. We'll be regathering everything as we look at how we're going to regather, and in that wonder, we'll be bringing people together for that wonder. And you'll notice that I've moved from one table to the next. And all of it will be rooted and centered in the table. And coming to the table of Christ, and in the wonder of who Christ is and what Christ is to us. And how Christ has given his life for us. And how Christ has sacrificed for us so that we can experience the wonder of creation, the joy of creation. We'll be looking for that wonder and at tables all throughout the state, all over the place. We'll be doing it here in church. We'll be doing it in the community. We'll be talking to, I'm going to go that way, Jesse. We'll be talking to people all over. We'll be looking at people and looking for that. I've got some folks that are with CNN. They're going to be working with us, Jennifer Warren and a couple others. They're going to be working with us to see the wonder in nature and the wonder of creation and how they've experienced it. But we're also going to be doing it here. You remember I started this video and talking about the renovation of the fellowship hall and the work that's gotten done there. And you saw the renovation in the Welcome Center. And I could have shown you the renovation in the nursery hallway, what used to be where the offices are. You have been extremely generous and extremely faithful and extremely kind in helping this church move forward. Well, staff and leadership hears me say all the time, I don't really worry about an office. I mean, I'll spend time in there, but not much time. The truth of the matter is I started in one office and then took you to another office. Those are my main offices. Those are where I gather community. Those are where I share Christ. But this year we'll be building a new office. We'll be gathering a new office. And it's the outdoors. As we come back together, as we regather, as we reconstitute our corporate worship, as we come back for community, we'll be looking for the wonder in Christ and fellowship. But it won't just be us. We know that what we're feeling as a congregation, that what we're feeling as individuals, as families, everyone around us is feeling as well. What people want right now is community. What they desperately seeking for is to be part of something that is bigger than themselves. Not a return to normal, because who knows what normal is, but something that is bigger, something that is wondrous, something that is wonder-filled. And so on this outside, you're going to watch this change over the next 13 weeks. You're going to see the orchard that Greg Arnold led so well and helped build and helped gather and help coordinate. We're going to be taking this space that's out here and cleaning and gutting and clearing brush. The trustees are working on bringing a couple of the buildings down to create outdoor space. So that by the time we get to Holy Week, that last week of March, and Easter, that first weekend in April, by the time we get to that for the next 13 weeks, every Friday I will be out here working. Every Friday I'll be out here praying and walking it and being prepared and letting God show me the wonder every week of what he's leading us for and guiding us for, and how we gather people and how we gather this community and show the wonder to God. Because a core tenet for us, part of what we learned at Tillman, is that when you meet the needs of the community, when you meet what breaks God's heart, when you step into the gap of what is breaking God's heart, and it breaks God's heart for us to be this separated, for us to be this divided, that when you do that, God shows out and God shows up. So I invite you on Friday mornings. I'll be here about 9:30, and there'll be blowers, and there'll be, at some point, we'll be cutting grass, we'll be cleaning. You'll get to be a part of how we clean all this out and take some of these buildings down and start preparing an outdoor space so that when we get to Easter, we won't stand in empty rooms again. We'll have all the rooms functioning and working, but we'll also have outdoor spaces for worship. We'll also have outdoor large gatherings where hundreds can come and gather. But also think beyond Easter. Thousands, tens of thousands of people drive past this property every day. And just as the light shines from the steeple at night, we need God needs us to be people that uses everything here to shine the gospel of Christ, to be a place for people to gather indoors and outdoors, to create a space in this very active community, on this very active spot where people are all around us walking through, to be a place where you can gather outdoors, where you can experience community safely. And even beyond COVID, even beyond pandemic, as this area develops around us, to be a place that the community knows that it can come to for playground, for green space, for picnic tables, for community. And to be known as a people who are filled with the wonder of God, to be known as a congregation of Christ followers who live out the wonder. Brothers and sisters, we are excited for 2020. We are excited about what God is going to be doing. We're excited about what we're going to be experiencing in you, because we know that God is going to be working wonders in you. And I want to close with this. I'm excited for 2021 because I know who God is, and I know that God is up to many a wondrous thing. But I'm also excited because I know you know. After 3.5 years, I've come to know you and know you well. And I want you to hear me say, I trust you. More than I trust you, I believe in you. I believe in the faith that you have in Christ. I believe in the faith and the desperate faith that you have for community. And I believe that you are going to experience the wondrous acts of Christ and show out and show up. I also believe in our staff and our clergy and our leadership. And knowing all these things, why would I not be excited? Why would I need circumstances to bring me joy when I have Christ and when I have the pursuit of the wonder of God? I hope that you'll join in with me in these next 52 weeks. I hope that you will commit to finding the wonder and the joy and the might of God with me. And I hope when we shoot this video next year that we can't get it within 5 hours, because all we can talk about is the wonder of God. God bless, and we will see you Sunday.